combs her tresses with a boxwood comb, Cytorian, or looking in the pool consult the glassed waters of effect's increasing beauty, or she decks herself in gauzy raiment, or reposing lolls on cushioned leaves, or grass enverdured beds, or gathers posies from the spangled lawns. Now, haply, as she culled the sweetest flowers, she saw the youth, and longing in her heart made havoc as her greedy eyes beheld. Although her love could scarcely brook delay, she waited to enhance her loveliness, in beauty hoping to allure his love. All richly dyed she scanned herself and robes, to know that every charm should fair appear, and she be worthy. Wherefore she began, O godlike youth, if thou art of the skies, thou art no other than the god of love. If mortal, blessed are they who gave thee birth. Happy thy brother, happy, fortunate thy sister, happy, fortunate, and blessed the nurse that gave her bosom. But the joys surpassing all, dearest and tenderest, are hers whom thou shalt wed. So let it be, if thou so young have deigned to marry, let my joys be stolen. If unmarried, join with me in wedlock. So she spoke, and stood in silence, waiting for the youth's reply. He knows nor cares for love. With loveliness the mounting blushes tinge his youthful cheeks, and as blush red tint of apples on the tree, ripe in the summer sun, or as the hue of painted ivory, or the round moon red blushing in her splendor when the clash of brass resounds in vain. And long the nymph implored, almost clung on his neck as smooth and white as ivory, unceasingly imploring him to kiss her, though as chaste as kisses to his sister. But the youth outwearied thus, I do beseech you, make an end of this, or must I fly the place and leave you to your tears? Affrighted then said Salmacis, To you I freely give, good stranger, here remain. Although she made fair presence to retire, she hid herself, that from a shrub-grown covert on her knees she might observe unseen. As any boy that heedless deems his mischief unobserved, now here now there he rambled on the green, now in the bubbly ripples dipped his feet, now dallied in the clear pool ankle deep. The warm cool feeling of the liquid then so pleased him, that without delay he doffed his fleecy garments from his tender limbs. Ah, Salmacis, amazement is thy meed! Thou art consumed to know his naked grace. As the hot glitters of the round bright sun collected sparkle from the polished plate, thine eyes are glistened with delirious fires. Delay she cannot. Panting for his joy, languid for his caressing, crazed, distract, her passion difficult is held in check. He claps his body with his hollow palms, and lightly vaults into the limpid wave, and darting through the water hand over hand shines in the liquid element, as though should one enhance a statue's ivorine, or glaze the lily in a lake of glass. And thus the Naiad, I have gained my suit, his love is mine, is mine. Quickly disrobed, she plunged into the yielding wave, seized him, caressed him, clung to him 1,000 ways, kissed him, thrust down her hand and touched his breast. Reluctant and resisting, he endeavors to make escape, but even as he struggles, she winds herself about him, as entwines the serpent which the royal bird on high holds in his talons. As it hangs, it coils in sinuous folds around the eagle's feet, twisting its coils around his head and wings. Or as the ivy clings to the sturdy oaks, or as the polypus beneath the waves, by pulling down with suckers on all sides, tenacious holds its prey. And yet the youth, descendant of great Atlas, not relents nor gives the Naiad joy. Pressing her suit, she winds her limbs around him and exclaims, You shall not escape me, struggle as ye will, perverse and obstinate. Hear me, ye gods! Let never time release the youth from me, time never let me from the youth release. Propitious deities accord her prayers. The mingled bodies of the pair unite and fashion in a single human form. So one may see two branches underneath a single rind uniting grow as one, so these two bodies in a firm embrace no more are twain, but with a twofold form nor man nor woman may be called, though both in seeming are neither one of twain. When that Hermaphroditus felt the change so wrought upon him by the languid fount, considered that he entered it a man, and now his limbs relaxing in stream, he is not wholly male, but only half. He lifted up his hands, and thus implored, albeit with no manly voice, Hear me, O father, hear me, mother, grant to me this boon, to me, whose name is yours, your son. Whoso shall enter in this fount a man, must leave its waters only half a man. Moved by the words of their by-natured son, both parents yield assent. They taint the fount with essences of dual working powers. Now, though the daughters of King Minos have made an end of telling tales, they make no end of labor, for they so despise the deity and desecrate his feast. While busily engaged, with sudden beat they hear resounding tambourines, and pipes and crooked horns and tingling brass renew unseen the note. Saffron and myrrh dissolve in dulcet odors, and, beyond belief, the woven webs dependent on the loom take tints of green, put forth new ivy leaf, or change to grapevines verdant. There the thread is twisted into tendrils, there the warp is fashioned into many moving leaves, the purple lends its splendor to the grape. And now the day is past. It is the hour when night ambiguous merges into day, which dubious owns nor light nor dawn obscure. And suddenly the house begins to shake, and torches, oil dipped, seem to flare around, and fires aglow to shine in every room, and phantoms, feigned of savage beasts, to howl. Full of affright, amid the smoking halls the sisters vainly hide, and wheresoever they deem security from flaming fires fearfully flit. And while they seek to hide, a membrane stretches over every limb, and light wings open from their slender arms. In the weird darkness they are unaware what measure wrought to change their wonted shape. No plumous vans avail to lift their flight, yet fair they balance on membraneous wing. Whenever they would speak, a tiny voice, diminutive, apportioned to their size in squeaking note, complains. Adread the light, their haunts avoid by day the leafy woods, for sombre attics, where secure they rest till forth the dawn obscure their wings may stretch at hour of vesper. This accords their name. End of Book 4, Part 2.